and the county will soon have a new tool to fight crime more efficiently.
The Tri-County Regional Forensic Lab was awarded federal grant money to buy a new fuming chamber that enhances and preserves fingerprints left on evidence. This week, CTN's Joe Nelson found out how the new equipment will be used and how the money will also help the Coon Rapids Police Department.
We recently just worked a robbery case where there was a ski goggle that was recovered at a crime scene, and DNA didn't get a usable profile, but we developed a fingerprint on the top of the goggle that went back and got a hit in AFIS and actually solved the case.
Tri-County Forensic Laboratory Director Scott Ford says this fuming chamber has been a key to cracking cases.
Any kind of crime that you can think of, it's worked on and solved.
The chamber takes fingerprints that aren't always visible to the naked eye and creates a permanent image. It's used on non-porous evidence like cans, bottles, guns, knives, and plastics.
This is actually a photo of just the visual exam without any processing. But for example, after super glue, I was able to record this image. You get a little bit more enhancement of the ridge detail in the fingerprint, and also it helps polymerize it and make it more of a stable thing that isn't going to get wiped away.
Ford says it's seen better days.
It hasn't really held up very well, especially down here in the basement. We have big fluctuations of humidity and moisture in the air, and it starts to warp and the doors don't close correct anymore.
But a nearly $11,000 federal grant from the National Institute of Justice recently awarded to the lab will allow for the purchase of a new superglue chamber.
We can set what humidity we want it to be at, what temperature we want it to be at, hit start, and it does kind of everything for us.
Ford says the new chamber will allow their scientists to work more efficiently, spending less time on getting prints.
It will require less of our scientists' time kind of babysitting the chamber to maintain that optimum temperature and humidity.
Funding and caseloads for the lab are in question beginning in mid-April, with Wright County deciding to separate itself and send its cases elsewhere.
It's kind of up in the air right now.
More discussion from the counties is expected, with a chance Wright County could decide to remain a partner. Ford says Anoka and Sherburne counties reassured him that no cuts to staffing or lab resources would be made, and they would cover Wright County's $370,000 contribution.
We get tremendous support. I couldn't ask for more support.
Ford says the current fuming chamber will be sent to the Coon Rapids Police Department for its own cases. A Wright County board meeting next Tuesday could help determine its future affiliation with the lab. Stephen Karen?
All right, so previously Wright County decided they are going to pull out. They made that decision last fall, but they could change their mind?
Yeah, so it was only a 3-2 vote, so if one of them changes their mind, it could swing it back the other way and they could stay with the lab.
All right, well, we'll find out more next week.
Yep.
Thanks, Joe.